Yes, friends. Good evening, friends. Is my voice is audible, friends?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for your confirmation. Right. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So let's get started our session, friends. Okay, today. Okay. Very, very important session. Okay. So really see most of the people working on Linux environment. Most of the people, most of the organization and most of the business running on Linux distributions only, Linux servers, right? So we know very well about Linux distributions. That means what? There are different kinds of Linux distributions. That means what? Linux flavors or Unix flavors. We discussed very well in the backend sessions, right? Okay, today we are going to discuss about user management. So what is user management? First of all, to understand user management, first of all, we need to understand something called project. Yes, project. In my organization, so we have a project. So project called ABC Bank project. Okay, right. ABC Bank project, right. Okay, right. For this project, I need a resource. So for this project, I need a resource. A resource means what? Employees. Okay. So employees means what? Some other departments like DevOps engineers, Linux admins, network admins, DBAs, middleware admins, so test engineers, developers. Okay. There are so many people working in this project. Okay. But anyway, see, this project is running inside this project is running inside a Linux machine only. Finally, okay, this project will be going to run inside a Linux machine only. Finally, sir. Okay, see how to understand user management from this. Yes, give me some time. I'll explain you all these things very well. No problem. Right. So this is my project. In my project, I need a resource boss. Okay, something called Linux admins, 4 members, DevOps engineers, something called 4 members. Let's say assume that just simple. Linux admins 4 members and DevOps engineers 4 members. Okay. So I had Linux admins and I had DevOps engineers. And see, I sent ABC Bank project also. I sent ABC Bank project also. And they studied ABC Bank project. And also, I have given a requirement to the Linux admins and DevOps engineers. So once they receive the requirement from the manager or something called team lead or project lead, whoever, what is your POC, point of contact, they will receive the task. Okay. So after getting the task, after receiving the task, then what next? Then they need to work on the project. But how to work on the project? Yes, the project implementation, everything, yes, is under Linux environment only. Project and everything will be implemented on Linux environment only. That's why these 4 people, Linux admin people, and these 4 DevOps engineers people, yes, must connect with the Linux machine only to work on the project. To work this project, they need to connect with the Linux machines. That means for the DevOps engineer number 1, so DevOps engineer number 2, DevOps engineer number 3, yes, one of the DevOps engineer number 1, like Papa Rao is one of the DevOps engineer. Something called DevOps engineer 2. Okay, born like this. There are so many DevOps engineers. Okay, right. So afterwards, Linux admin, a Linux admin name, something called Rajendra. Okay, Rajendra, Linux admin number 1. So Linux admin number 2, something called Ayub. Yes, Ayub. Like this, there are so many people working inside my project. As soon as they enter into my organization, enter into my project, yes, they need to work on the project. Yes, to work on this project, they need to connect the server. Without server access, how can they work with this project? No, it is not possible. That's why they're asking you server access. So in our organization, the servers will be created by cloud engineers. Generally, the cloud engineers create servers. Okay, the cloud engineers create servers. That is Linux server. Okay. Cloud engineer created Linux servers. They have given a server access also. That means what? To access the server, we need a server IP address and some other thing, some other thing. Yes, they will provide each and everything. Okay, right. But how the DevOps engineer Paparo can enter into this Linux machine from their laptop? Yes, this is their laptop, boss. The server is available in this place. The server is available in AWS cloud. The server is available in AWS cloud. Yes, this is the Linux machine. Linux server is available in AWS cloud. So my employee Paparo is available inside office or their home. So this is Paparao. Paparao wants to connect with this Linux machine, which is available inside a Linux AWS cloud. Okay. So AWS cloud or Azure cloud or IBM cloud or GCP cloud, wherever it is, no problem. I can connect the Linux machine and I can work for that. I can work for my project. That's it. This is my aim because I have taken the requirement from my project manager. Okay, right. So first of all, this Paparao wants to enter into this Linux machine. This Paparao needs some access. Access means what? Linux by default, Linux is a secured mission, boss. Default Linux is a secured mission, very, very secured mission. This Linux will not enter into anyone without any username and password. Without any username and password, Linux will not allow you. Okay, without username, without password. So for that, yes, for that, I create a user for Paparao. I create a, I create a password for the Paparao. Yes. That means what? As a Linux guy, I'm creating the username. I am creating the password for the Paparao. That's it. So after creating the username and password, I can provide a login access to the Paparao. Okay. But how you do that? This is a very simple question. It's a very, very simple question. See, the Linux will authorize you whenever you are an authorized user. Otherwise, they will not allow you. Okay, without password, no, they will not allow you. Username and password must be given to the Linux machine so that we will be logged into the Linux machine. Otherwise, it will not allow you. So for that, so as a Linux guy, yes, as a Linux guy, as a senior Linux guy, I'm creating the username for the Paparao and password for the Paparao. So how to create a username and how to create a password? It's simple, very simple. See, in Linux environment, so user add, user add is a command. User add is a command. So what is the purpose of user add command? User add is a command which is used to create a users, which is used to create a users. User add is a command which is used to create a users. For example, just use user add and Paparao. That's it, over. User add Paparao. Press enter button. Press enter button. So as soon as you press enter button, Paparao user will be created automatically. Okay. So afterwards, how to assign a password for the Paparao? Yes, there is one more command is available for the password. So that is one more command is available for the password. Okay. The command name is what? Passwd. Passwd is a command. Okay, passwd is a command. Yes, which is used to assign a password for the user, which is used to assign a password for the user only. Yes. Which is used to provide or assign a password for the user. Simple. Okay. So passwd, okay, and Papara. That's it. Simple, very simple. Passwd, Papara. That's it. Press enter button. Press enter button. Press enter. As soon as you press enter button, yes, the Paparao user will be getting the password. Sir, without entering any password, how can they get? Yes, yes, boss. Passwd Papa Rao. This step number one. Step number two, it is asking you password. Okay, it is asking you password. So I'll give you password like 123. Again, it is asking you confirmation. Again, step three. Again, 123. Yes, simple. Afterwards, successfully created password. This is showing you an display message on your terminal, on your screen, on your console. Yes. Okay, that means what? A password authentication successfully updated or something message will be given to you. Yes, so that you can understand, okay, the password has been created successfully, so that you to understand like that. Okay, right. So the password has been given to Paparao user. Okay, user is available and Paparao password is also available. So by using this user ID and password, the Papara will be going to enter into Linux machine easily. Otherwise, it will not accept. The Linux machine will not accept you. Without username and without password, the Linux machine will not allow you, boss. That's why we are creating the username and password, and we are entering using username and password as a DevOps guy or a Linux guy or whoever you are. As a middleware admin or a DBA admin, whoever you are, you must enter into your username and password in your organization, first of all, right? Okay, so we have learned, two commands. One is a user add command, and second one is password command. Sir, it is taking too much time. Suppose in my organization, there are 100 employees. In my organization, we have 100 employees. But how to create users for 100 employees in 1 second? Is it possible? Yes, possible. In 1 second, I can create 100 users or 200 users or 500 users. So many people, so many users I can create. Is it possible? Yes, possible. How? Using scripting. Script. So that is the next level stage, not like that. Okay, not today. So next level, we are going to learn scripting, bash scripting. Okay, all right. So first of all, we need to understand manual procedure. Afterwards, automation procedure. Automation in the sense what? Scripting, nothing but automation. See, most of the organization asking only a shell script, that is bash or Python script. Python, famous. Bash or Python. Either they are asking Bash script or Python script. Okay, no problem. You must be perfect on either Python or Bash. Scripting purpose only, not for business logic implementation purpose. Boss, Python is which is used to business implementation purpose as well as scripting purpose. But most of the people thinking that, hey, Python we need to learn. No, 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 no. Business implementation purpose, Python is different, and scripting purpose, Python is different. We use both purpose for Python. Scripting purpose, we use Python, and business logic implementation purpose, we use Python also, right? But most of the organization, most of the people asking nowadays Python as well as Bash also, either Bash or Python, no problem. If you have a more knowledge on for Bash, you go with Bash. If you have a good knowledge on Python script, you can like that, no problem. So that is scripting case, not like that. Okay, user add and passwd. So we can create any number of users by scripting. Okay, no problem. Okay, good. So I have created a username Paparao. My username is Paparao. Okay, password, password, 123. Yes, password 123. So username is ready and password is ready. Then what next? Next is what? Simple, very simple, server IP address. Server IP address. Server IP address. Simple. Okay, then what next? Server password. Server password. Okay. Server IP address and server password. Right. So server IP address and server password, we can also generate some other things also, no, some other model also, but I'm explaining you a basic model scenario. This is a basic model scenario. Afterwards, we'll explain you an advanced model scenario. Okay, simple. So server IP address, something called 192s or sorry, 1.2.3.4 like this. Simple. Okay, server password. Server password is a file. Okay, which is available inside your laptop. Simple. Server password is a file. Okay. By using this server password file and by using this server IP address, we can enter into Linux machine. Okay, sir, is it very complicated task to enter into Linux machine? No, 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 no. Very, very easy task. Very, very easy task. So for that, to enter into, this is what your Linux machine, boss. This is your Linux machine, right? Okay, if you want to enter into this Linux machine, yes, we need a third-party tools. We explain all these things in a basic sessions in the backend sessions, but right now also I'm explaining third-party tools. We know very well about third-party tools. Okay, first one is what? Git bash is a third-party tool which is used to connect the Linux machine. Second one is what? So second one is what? Putty or putty, whatever it is. Third one is what? Mobile Extreme. Mobile Extreme. Okay. Fourth one is what? Yes, Super Putty, Super Putty, whatever it is. Super Putty or Super Putty. Okay, Super Putty or Super Putty. These are all the major tools which we are using to connect to the Linux machine. Okay. So out of all these four tools, we take Putty because this is very, very easy. Okay, very, very easy. Git bash is also very easy. Putty is also very dead easy. Okay, Super Putty or Mobile Extreme or Git bash. Simple, very, very simple, right? Okay. So now we are taking Putty tool. So just install the Putty tool inside your laptop. This is your laptop. Okay. Just install, download and install a Putty software inside your machine. That means what? Your laptop. Simple. Okay. So open the Putty tool. Right. So open the Putty tool. Yes, boss. Open the Putty tool and provide a server IP address. Server IP address and server port number. Server port number. Afterwards, server password. Press enter button. Press enter button. So now you are going to connect the Linux machine, boss. That's it. You are going to connect Linux machine. So after reaching this place, this will ask you, hey, who are you? Why are you coming to this place? Please provide your username. Please provide your password. And now I can enter username Paparao. Okay. Okay. Password 123. Password 123. Excellent. Press enter button. Press enter button. Press enter button. Now, definitely 100% you will be rejected. Why? You will be rejected, definitely. Why? Because you need to take the permission from the Linux boss. Yes, we have not yet informed to the Linux. Hare, how I inform to the Linux? Is it possible to inform the Linux all this information? Yes. So first of all, yes, whenever we create any user, okay, whenever you create any user, okay, or that means what? As a Linux guy, you must understand the Linux, how to provide a login access to the user, how to provide a login access to the user, how to provide a login access to the user. Login access to the user. How to provide login access to the user. User. Who is the username? Papa Rao. Papa. How to provide a login access to the Papa Rao user? This is my question. So further, Linux already said to the Linux guys. Linux already informed to the Linux guys, hey, Linux guy, whenever we create any user, you must inform me. Like that, they said very clearly before that. But how should I inform to the Linux? We don't know. For that, Linux has given an instruction. Hey boss, whenever you create any user or something, yes, we must provide a login access to the user, right? For that, we need to open a file and we need to modify something inside this file and we need to save the file. That's it. Save that file. That's it. So that I can understand. Otherwise, I cannot understand your username and password. That's why we must open the file and we must modify the file and we must save that file. That's it. So what is the file name which we need to open? Yes, the file name is what? SSHD config. This is the file name which we need to modify. Inside this file, line number 65, we need to modify something. That means for password authentication. Yes, by default in this file, the password authentication is nothing but no. Okay, by default, no, but we need to modify something called replaced with SWAS. That's it. Remove the no option and place the S option. That's it. Okay. So go to SSD config file. Okay. And next step is what? Line number 65. Okay. And modify something. Modify means what? There is an option called no and we must replace yes. That's it. Afterwards, save. Save this data. Save this modification. Save. But sir, we don't know how to open this file. Where is this file? I don't know. Yes, that's why Linux given an instructions was sshd underscore config file is available inside a folder. Okay. Where is the folder? Yes, simple, very simple. SSD config file is available inside a folder called SSH. This is a folder name. So inside this is a folder name. But how? Where is the folder? This folder is available inside a yes boss etc. Oh, where is etc? Yes, VTC is available inside a forward slash directory. So what is the forward slash? Forward slash means it is a folder which is top level directory. It's a mother directory for all the directories. So forward slash is a folder. Okay. Okay, inside a forward slash, we have a etc folder. Inside etc, we have ssh. Inside ssh, we have sshd config. Simple. But how to open this SSD configuration file? Yes, very, very simple. How to open SSD configuration? Very, very simple. But see, we have so many text editor tools in Linux. Okay, but famous text editor tools or VI is a famous text editor tool. Next updated version of VI is what? VIM. Okay. Okay, VI is a old one and VIM is a new one. That's it. Okay, to modify any file, we use text editor tools. The text editor tool name is what? VI, the old one. VIM, the new one, updated version of VI is nothing but VIM is a tools. Okay, which is used to modify the file data. So, okay, afterwards we have one more tool is also available. That is Nano. Very, very simple tool, Nano. Sir, what is meant by Nano? Nano is a tool which is used to modify the files in Linux, Nano. So what is the difference between VIM and Nano? Yes. But in our organization, some of the people using VIM, some of the people using Nano also. Simple. But what is the difference between VIM? Yes, simple. VIM is a CLI tool, okay? Command line interface tool, all are commands, but Nano is a GUI based tool. Very simple tool. Okay, but functionalities are same. But anyway, compare the Nano, VIM is the best one for us as a DevOps engineer, as a Linux admin guys, or As security professionals, we use VIM. It's very, very excellent tool which is used to modify file data. But now we need to modify the file. The file name is what? sshd_config. Either we open with nano or VIM, no problem. So, sir, how you open this file? Yes, simple, very simple. So, nano, okay, nano, etc, ssh, sorry, sshd_config. Simple, very simple. Okay, press enter button. Press enter button. Modify something. Yes, modify means what? Yes only. Yes only. That's it. Afterwards, just sir, how to save the data? How to modify? How to save the data? Yes, simple. Control plus O. Afterwards, enter button. Afterwards, control plus X. That's it. Control plus O. What is the meaning of control plus O, sir? Control plus O means what? Save the data. Whatever the modification we have done, that will be saved. If you press control plus O. Sir, where should I press control plus O? In your keyboard, boss. Control plus O. Afterwards, press enter button. Afterwards, control plus X. Control plus X means what? Yes, exit the file. Okay, exit the file. Exit means what? Come out from the file. So control O means what? Save the data. Control X means what? Exit from the file. That's it. Enter button. Why we are using enter button, sir? Enter button is nothing but a confirmation button. Yes. Okay, it is asking you confirmation. Hey boss, are you saving this data? Yes. Yes means what? Enter button. Press enter button. If you press enter button, the command, the nano will understand. Okay, we are saving the data. Like that, we can. So first of all, we must open the file SSD configuration. Afterwards, modify something. Afterwards, save the data. That's it. Over. Okay, this is the file which requires to modify something. Okay. So afterwards, just inform to the Linux guy or a DevOps guy. Hey, DevOps engineer, please log into the mission. Then Linux admin or DevOps engineer can log into this mission, respective mission. So our DevOps engineer is what? Papa Rao is our DevOps engineer. Again, we sent a mail through our manager. Our manager is something, informed to the Papa Rao. Papa Rao is trying to, one more time, the Papa Rao is trying to log into the respective mission. Okay, respective mission, like that, simple. So again, Papa Rao is available in this place. So is open the putty tool and okay, entering in the respective tool, fields, and afterwards press enter button, is going to Linux mission. Okay, is reaching the Linux mission. Excellent. Afterwards, it is Linux mission is asking you, boss, hey, login user. Login means what, Papa? Okay. Afterwards, password 123. Password 123. Okay. So Papa Rao user is trying to log into Linux machine one more time. Why? Because first time failed. This is second time, boss. Second time is also trying to log into the machine. Okay. So login name Papa Rao. Login password 123. Press enter button. Press enter button. Press enter button again. Rejected. Are again fail? Yes, failed. Second time also failed. First time failed and second time also failed. Sir, why? Why it is happening? Yes, that means what? We have already modified the file and we have given S option also. But why it is coming, boss? Why it is coming? Yes. Again, this guy raised the ticket. Hey, raise the ticket along with the screenshot. Hey, boss, what is this nonsense? I'm unable to log into the mission. Please help me. Like that, they can take the screen in a screenshot and they can raise the ticket along with the screenshot. Again, after receiving the screenshot, again I shocked. Linux admin guy shocked. Hey, what is nonsense? How the people are not going to enter into missions? But he's not understanding. The Linux admin is not understanding. Again, one more time, the Linux admin, informed to the Linux. Amma, Linux, what happened? We created a user, okay. We created a password, okay. And we have modified something inside a SHD file, which we informed earlier. Yes, yes. But we have done everything, but the Papara user is not, entering into the respective mission. Then what happened? Please tell me immediately. Like that, the Linux admin is asking to Linux. Linux guy is asking to Linux. Then Linux replied, hey, Linux admin, you did very well. Excellent. Super. Username, password, SSD configuration file modification, everything you have done. But you forgot one thing. Yes, what is this? But whatever the modification which we have done in this file, I have not yet received your modification so far. That means what? The Linux not received your modification so far. That's why it is not allowing you to log into the Linux machine. That is the problem. That is a real problem. That means what? Whatever the things which we have modified inside SSD configuration file, that modification will not be reached to Linux. That's why it is not allowing to the Paparov user. That is why it is not allowing you to Paparov user. Then again, one more time, Linux admin asking, Hama Linux, then what should I do? Please tell me immediately. So for that, Linux replied, hey boss, Linux admin, nothing to worry. No need to worry about that. Just, just you must restart the service. You must restart the service. Okay, you must restart the service so that every modification will be updated immediately. Whatever the modification which we have done, everything will be available with me. That means what? I can understand your username, I can understand your password, so that I can allow enter into Papara user the respective mission. Okay, so that's why the Linux guy is asked one more time the Linux. Amma, how to restart the service and which service I need to restart? Please tell me. So the Linux replied, okay, boss, the service name is what? The service name SSHD. The service name is what? SSHD. Okay, this is the service name which we need to restart. This is service name which we need to restart one more time. Only single time is enough, boss. A single time is enough. Start the service. Start. Start. Start the service. The service name is what? SHHD. This is a single time start only. Single time. If you start a single time, it will be running continuously. Continuously means what? Continuously means what? 24 by 7, it will be running under background. That's it. Under background. This is a background running service. That's why the service we can also call as a daemon. D. D means what? Demon. Demon means what? Devil. Devil means what? Continuously working, boss. Devil means what? Without stopping, continuously it is running. That is called daemon. Continuously. Sir, can I stop this service? Yes, you can stop the service also. Sir, can I start the service? Yes, I can start the service also. But can I restart? Yes, you can restart the service. You can stop the service. You can, check the status of the service. You can do anything. No problem. Okay. But how you start the service? What is the service name? The service name is what? SSHD. This is a service. If the service is in running mode, then only my users can log into the respective Linux machine. Otherwise, no, it is not possible to log into the Linux users inside their respective Linux machines. Okay, right. So SSHD is a service boss. But how to restart the service? How to start the service? How to start? Okay. How to restart? Okay. How to stop? Okay. How to check the status of the service? Start stop, status, and restart. So we have another, options also available. We'll discuss in the service management class, not today's class. Okay, this will be covered fully under service management class. That is one more class which we'll take in the future. Okay, right. Okay, so how to start the service? Simple. So to start any service, we use a command called service. Service is a command which is used to start or stop or check the status of any service, any service. If you are a DevOps engineer, you must start the Docker service. If you are a DevOps engineer, you must start the Jenkins service. Okay, there are so many services which we need to start as a DevOps guy. Okay, we'll understand later sessions. Okay, right. So how to start the session? SSHD, yes. Okay, so by using the service command, what is the service command? Service is a command which is used to start the service, restart the service, stop the service, check the status of the service. So there are so many services which are available. Okay, we need to understand all these things in a later sessions. Okay, right. So now how to start the service? Simple. The syntax is what? Service. Okay, service and service name action. Service name action. Okay, action. Service name action, boss. That's it. This is a syntax. Okay. So action means what, sir? Action means stop. Can you stop? Yes, you can. Can you start? Yes, you can. Can you check the status? Yes, you can. Okay. Can you start? Okay. Stop, start, status check, as well as restart. Okay, as well as enable, as well as disable. Okay, later part I will cover all these things. Just for understanding purpose, I'm telling you just how to start the service by using service command. Service is a command which is used to stop the service, start the service, restart the service. That's it. Sir, what is the service name here? Service name is what? SSHD is a very, very important service name. SSHD. Service, service name, stop, start, status check, restart. Like this, we need to work on that. Service. Sir, most of the people using systemctl, but you are telling service command. What is the difference between systemctl and service? Oh, most of the people. So in my organization also, some of my colleagues also using systemctl, but you are telling service command. What is the difference between systemctl and service command? Any difference? Yes, nothing is there. So service command is a old version Linux command, boss. That's it. Old version Linux command. Okay, systemctl new version Linux command, new version, new version Linux commands. That's it. Okay, old version Linux commands and a new version Linux commands. There is no difference at all. Okay, systemctl is a command which is used to start the service, stop the service, and restart the service. But service is a command which is used to start the service, stop the service. Both are same. Okay, but somewhat difficulty, somewhat, syntax different. That's it. Syntax difference. Okay, sir, can you type? Yes, yes, sure. I can type, boss, for your understanding purpose. Okay, so service, service SSD restart, for example, restart or start. Okay, like this, we can use a service command. But systemctl, yes, simple, very simple. Systemctl, okay, systemctl start SSHD. This is the syntax for systemctl, but both are same. So service, service and systemctl. like this, right? So service SSD start. Okay, okay. Again, service SSD restart. Yes. But when you use the start and when you use the restart, I'll explain you all these things. No problem. No, no, not at all worries. System, CTL, and restart, RESTART, SSD. That's it. Over. So like this, how to stop the service, sir? Service SSD stop. Okay. Service, service, okay. System CTL stop. Okay. Stop as SHD like this. Okay. So you guys are very familiar with SSD, HTTPD, Docker, or some other Jenkins, CSS. So many services are available. Okay, no problem. Right. So like this, we need to work on service command and system CTL. System CTL is a command. System CTL was system CTL. That's it. Okay. Right. Okay, sir. So after start the service or restart the service, definitely my user Paparao log into the Linux machine. Otherwise, no, it is not possible. Sir, can I stop the SSD service? Yes, you can. If I stop SSD service, then what happens, sir? No user will be logged into the respective machine. All are stopped. Okay, no user will be going to log into their respective machines. All users are stopped. Okay. The Linux will not allow you to enter into Linux machine. If you stop the service name is what? SSHD. So once you restart the service or start the service, then you'll inform to the concerned DevOps engineer. Hey, DevOps engineer, I resolved this issue. Now you can log into the respective mission. Then the Paparao user log into the respective mission and typing username and typing password successfully log into the Linux session. Now the Paparao user is under a terminal. Yes, yes. Now they can start their work. That's it. They can start their task. Okay. They can do their task easily. This is the way we need to provide a login access to the concerned users. Sir, is this daily work or some other times? No, no, no. This is a daily based work. Okay. This is also called as L1 support engineers. Linux L1 support engineers duty. Yes, simple. That means what? Very, very, very rare cases. Simple. Okay. Sir, as a Linux guy, can I create a users? Is it possible? No, 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 no. But you are telling that you can create a users and you can create you can assign a passwords and you can open the SSD file. You can start the service. Is it possible for me? No, 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 no. No, it is not possible. Okay, but then what should I do? Yes, someone will give you the approval. Someone will give you an access. Someone will give you an access boss. So after taking the access, you can create a users, you can assign a passwords and we can open the SSD file and you can open the, you can, start the service and stop the service. Otherwise, it is not possible to, okay, do any kind of activities inside Linux. Okay, okay, understood very well, sir. Yes, yes, yes. So, understood very well, right? So, boss, try to observe carefully. This is one person. This is one more person. This is one more person. This is one more person. Okay, the final one is who is the final one? The final one is Paparao. That's it. Final one is a Paparao, is a DevOps guy, engineer, or a Linux guy, Linux admin, whoever it is. Okay, but who is this guy? This is guy Linux admin. Oh, yes, yes, Linux admin. Sir, as a Linux guy, can I enter into Linux machine? Without username? No, 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 no. You must have a username also. Ah, okay. As a Linux guy, you must. But my name is what? Something called Bonu. I'm a Linux admin. My name is Bonu. As a Bonu, a Linux admin, as soon as a Bonu enter into our organization, enter into our project, yes, someone will create a user for Bonu. Someone. Oh, this fellow create a Bonu user. Okay, okay, okay. This fellow can create a Paparov user. Sir, who is this fellow? This fellow is having full access. That means what? Partial or full access, whatever it is. But this fellow is having access rights, access rights from this fellow, this first fellow. This is the first fellow which is giving you access to the second fellow. The second fellow will be doing all these activities inside our organization. Okay, the first fellow is what? The first fellow will be the senior person in your project. This fellow will give an access to the second fellow. The second fellow can able to create a users. So he can create a username, he can create a passwords, he can modify the files, you can modify the which file, SSH configuration files. Okay, not other files. Okay. Afterwards, start or stop the service. 4 actions. That's it. These 4 actions will be given by this first fellow. Whom? Second person. That's why the second fellow is able to is able to do all kind of activities inside the Linux. Sir, who is the second fellow? Is a Linux guy only. But sir, who is the third person? Is the third person is a junior Linux admin. Junior. The second person is somewhat something called 1 plus, 2 plus, 3 plus. But based on your organization, it may vary from company to company. So as soon as you joined as a junior, they will give you all this access. All access means what? All access means partial access only. They will not provide you all access. Partial access means what? Just they will provide you, okay, user creations. First one. Okay, next one. Yes, a service start or stop. That's it. Next one is what? Open some of the files and do some modification. They will allow you. That's it. Afterwards, some other task will be given to some other Linux admin. Okay, this Linux admin will do enter into Linux machine and install the software. This is the next task. Okay, one more Linux guy is available. This fellow log into this Linux machine. They will do some partition. This is the next level task. Like this, there are so many Linux admins are working inside a project boss. Okay, these are like this. Someone will give you access. After receiving an access, you will be doing like this. Okay. So first person, third person, fourth person. So the first person, who is the first person, sir? Is the most, something called senior person. But how the most senior person can get access, sir? Yes, he is the responsible person, is a secured person, which will be, enter as a root user boss, root user is having a root user access. This fellow this fellow can acts like as a root user. This root user fellow. Sir, who is this guy? This guy name is what? This guy name is what? KK1, something called KK2, something. But he is a root user or a super user. Sir, I am not understanding who is a root user and who is a super user. But what is the second person? Second person is a pseudo user. Okay, what is the third person? Third person is a normal user. What is the fourth user? Fourth user is also normal user. Okay. Sir, what is the difference between normal user and pseudo user and root user or a super user? Yes, we'll understand everything, right? In the next session, we'll understand, yes, who is the root user, responsibility of the root user, who is the pseudo user, Okay, responsibility of the pseudo user, who is the normal user, and responsibility of the normal user. Again, one more user is also available. Yes, system user. Who is a system user? Responsibility of the system user. One more user is also available. Network user. Network user. Who is the network user? And responsibility of the network user. Okay, we'll understand in the next session. So, root user, pseudo user, normal user, system user, network user. Network user. Okay, so we'll understand in the next session. Yes, friends. Okay, so after understanding all these things, okay, so first of all, as soon as we create any user, as soon as we create any user, user add Papa Rao, user add Papa Rao. If you create like this, okay, the user will be created like Papa Rao. Okay. Afterwards, the Linux will come into picture, boss. So Linux in the background, the Linux will assign a ID for the Papa Rao. Okay, okay. User ID for the Papa Rao. Okay. Afterwards, the Papa Rao will get the user folder. User folder. Afterwards, uh, the Linux will assign you a group ID. Group ID. The Linux will assign you group name. Group name. The Linux will assign you a shell environment. Shell environment. Shell environment like this. But don't confuse. A group ID, group name will be covered under group management, not in this session. Group management. Okay, I'll not include a group management session in the user management session, because if I include this group management concepts, you people confuse very well lot. That's why I will not include this group management concept in user management. I will explain you. So as soon as you create any user, the user will get the username. Okay, the user will get the username, first one. User will get the user ID, second one. User will get the user folder, third one. And user will get the shell environment, fourth one, like this. Only simply understand only four things. So this is a question also. After creating the user, you will get a username, user ID, user folder, and shell environment, as well as group ID and group name also. Okay, this will be created by Linux by default automatically. Just we are executing only one step, but Linux will be doing so many steps for you. The Linux will be doing so many steps for you. So we'll understand step by step in a later session. No problem. So what is the user ID? What is the user folder? And what is the purpose of user folder? What is a shell environment? What is the purpose of shell environment? We'll understand each and everything. And in the same way, we'll explain you, yes, what is a forward slash directory, and we'll understand, and I will explain you what is a shell, and we'll explain you what is a kernel. So, what is the responsibility of the shell? What is the responsibility of the kernel? So, what is an operating system? Okay, we'll understand each and everything in the next session. Kernel, shell, and everything we'll understand. Okay. So, sir, when will you show the hands-on? Yes, definitely. I'll show the hands-on also. Once you understand the theoretical part, we'll go for hands-on. But we'll not include theory part and hands-on part in one session. It is very difficult for any student. Okay, will not understand anything. If I cover theoretical part and something called hands-on part in one session, you will not understand anything. But this is not a right way also. This is not a good way also. So sorry, good way also. Yes, that's why you must understand the theoretical steps. Afterwards, you must understand hands-on steps, so that you will remember. You will remember everything. Otherwise, you will forget everything after 1 month. Simply, yes. After 1 month, you will forget everything. Okay. So let's stop our sessions today, friends. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye, friends.